Once upon a time, in a dense forest, there was a small murky pond where a young frog lived. The pond was surrounded by thick trees, and the water was still and dark. The frog spent his days hopping on lily pads, catching flies, and playing in the muddy waters. He was content with his little world, believing it was the best place he could ever be. One evening, as the sun set and the forest was bathed in twilight, the frog noticed something unusual. A bright silvery light was shining through the trees, illuminating a path that led away from his pond. Curious, the frog hopped closer to the edge and peered down the path. A wise old owl, perched on a branch above, saw the frog and said that light leads to the moonlit pond. It's a place of clear, sparkling water surrounded by blooming flowers and tall grasses. Why don't you go and see it for yourself? The frog, who had never ventured far from his pond, replied, "But this is my home. I have everything I need here. Why should I leave?" The owl nodded wisely and said something: "We don't know what we're missing until we see it with our own eyes. The world is vast, and there are many wonders to there." The frog thought for a moment, his curiosity piqued. Finally, he decided to follow the light. He hopped along the moonlit path, his heart racing with excitement and a little fear. After a long journey, he arrived at the moonlit pond. The sight took his breath away. The crystal clear water reflected the full moon like a giant silver coin. The air was fragrant with flowers, and fireflies danced in the light. The frog realized this pond was far more beautiful than this murky home. He leapt into the water, feeling its coolness and clarity, and marveled at the beauty around him. From that day on, the frog made the moonlit pond his new home. He was no longer content with the small, dark pond he had once called his own. He understood that sometimes stepping out of our familiar surroundings can lead to the discovery of sometimes truly wonderful. Moral: don't be afraid to explore beyond your comfort zone. The world is full of beauty and opportunities waiting to be discovered, but you will never find them if you stay where you are.